the the Bible story is full of just these. When I started to notice strange parallels with within Taoist traditions along the Silk Road, and um, the 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 meeting place of the Silk Road and ancient Persia, where would be the river in the Tigris and Euphrates area, where Daniel the prophet was at in 500 BC. Lao Tzu was coming along the Silk Road in 500 BC, carrying the scroll of truth, the scroll of Tao Te, the scroll of the revelation of the Tao. Um, the timeline is the timeline intersects, the narrative intersects right there, which I find interesting. And Lao Tzu is carrying the concept of the Tao toward Daniel, the prophet. Daniel is praying to the Lord, um, trying to understand pure truth and reality, and trying to understand how the glory of God has left the temple. What does that even mean? And in reality, in true nature, the glory of God, the presence of God is imminent throughout all of the universe, all of nature. So it's not just contained within a temple, although that was the temple system for a period of time. So then you have the concept of the Tao intersecting with that. In my eyes, I see a similarity there, because the Tao is a principle that also governs the universe and flows throughout all of nature. The Tao would be a presence in a sense. The Tao would be a open-ended field of infinite potential, infinite energy, infinite love, infinite glory, whatever you would want to call it. It would be it's open-ended. It could be it's something like a cloud, something like a all-containing cloud would really be what it is. So the, the the universe is held, contained, encapsulated within this principle. It's not, and the Tao at every point intersects with the through the entire universe. So it's not like the universe is sitting on a table, right? I mean, so we're looking at a really a hyperspace um, containing the three-dimensional universe, containing the universe and surrounding it and filling it at every point, at every juncture, um, passing through it. So everything, the, what seems like the material world, the solid world, the things that are dense and solid are really more like energy, more like like light waves. Like you can picture light. You can even see the light shining through that through the dust, and it kind of it almost has this wave like aura, like a lightsaber or something. That's more like the type of energy that is fundamental, that's really there in the on the smallest scales, where I think the Tao then intersects and meets at that point, becoming a field that contains the whole, and um, that would be a field of universal oneness. Obviously, everything becomes one, and at that point, everything, there's a bridge that connects everything to everything else. So everything does become one, just as it's all one in Elohim, in the God in Elohim. So um, the understanding of the Tao can definitely give us an understanding of how the presence of God operates, how the presence of God is also all containing and all encompassing. When we say the presence of God, we were talking about an invisible field of consciousness, of living energy. God is omnipotent, omnipresent in all things and through all things. Um, we can't tangibly see God. We can't tangibly say, I can't pull God out of the midst of the atmosphere and the air, um, in one point, because God is you can't put God in a box, essentially. Because God would then leave the containment and confinement of that space. God is always glory to glory to glory to glory expansion, always higher and farther, and that's the idea that through that point, through that point of the Tao, through that well, through that infinite depth of physical space, you would then meet that field on the other side, that would then expand into infinite glory and infinite potential, which would be what we would define as heaven.